Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Ever since the death of TB Joshua, a lot of controversies has followed his death. A lot of persons, a lot of pastors have come out and said that the Lord showed them in the revelation that TB Joshua was carried by a host of angels. Others said some other pastors from other parts of Africa of the opinion that he was a big witch, and finally the Lord has avenged. So many contradictions, so many reactions. Sometimes some of these prophecies and revelations at times are so contradictory. You don't know which one to believe and which one is false. They all seem to be using the same name, the name of the Lord. But as we speak, another prophecy has come up over the issue of TB Joshua, and this time around, the main focus is on Nnamdi Kanu and what will definitely befall him come 2021. He said it's a revelation. We will find out how true or how possible this is in a moment. But before we do so, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel or YouTube. Alright, let's go straight into the news. The senior pastor of Divine Mercy Church, Olatobi Loba Peters, has unveiled some revelations which he claimed God gave to him about the late Nigerian televangelist Temitope Balogun, also known as TB Joshua, and Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, short-named IPOB. Well, Pastor Peters disclosed that God revealed to him that TB Joshua was not in heaven. While speaking, the clergyman stated that the powers of the founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, SCOAN, that's SCOAN, was not from God. TB Joshua had died a few days ago after conducting a service in his church. He was found unconscious in his private apartment while the service was ongoing in Lagos. This is coming at a time senior pastor of Christian Life Church, Jackson Sinyonga, had described TB Joshua as the biggest witch in Africa. On his part, Pastor Peters said God showed him in the revelation of the night that Temitope Joshua did not make it to heaven. In that revelation, I saw that he could not make it because the powers he was using was not from God. This is what was revealed to me, he said. TB Joshua was, however, a good man and one of the greatest philanthropists of our time, but the things of the Spirit are different from how many see things. It's not about being a philanthropist, but is God really involved? Is God happy with what he was doing? God is not the source of his power, and this should be a lesson to humanity. The pastor also disclosed that Nnamdi Kanu may not see the end of the year of 2021. I see Nnamdi Kanu vacating this earth and another taking his place as a result of his demise. Mark my word, Kanu will not be the one to actualize Biafra. We will not live long to see it happen. Tell Kanu to amend and make his ways right with God because I see him exiting this earth soon, he said. Aye. This one, I don't know, this kind of prophecy, sometimes you begin to wonder, should one be worried? Is this one prophecy or is it prediction? Some hours ago, some days back, to some pastors, some prophets, I think Prophet Iginla at some time also made mention of the fact that the Lord showed to him, Pastor TB Joshua, that he was about to leave the earth, and he told Pastor TB Joshua about it, and he said, well, eventually Pastor TB Joshua responded that God will do what he knows best, that he's actually doing his work. And some other pastors said they actually saw the host of angels come to pick up Pastor TB Joshua. I could also remember in 2017, yeah, 2017, I think I'll go check the video. The same Pastor Iginla made a prophecy. He said that the government should please, right now that that was when they were still flogging IPOB members, when they would really flog them. They were just going in the street rallying that they want Biafra. They would go with flags begging that they actually want their Biafra and they want to secede on their own peacefully. Then he was shouting it in that his video, please, the government should please dialogue with these guys, because a time will come when they will become a hard nut to crack. A time will come they will truly carry arms. It didn't look it in 2017. In 2018, it didn't look it at all. In fact, most of those guys would rather, go out peacefully, carry their flag, carry their placards until Operation Egweke, that's Operation Python dance that took place in Abia and some other southeastern part of the region, that claimed there was a lot of casualties that period. I think the dimension changed afterwards, and bit by bit Pastor Iginla's prophecy started coming up bit by bit. But there was one very unique thing he said. He said Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who would go far, which we are already seeing that he's going far. But he said something too, I can't forget that, 2017, 2018. He said that Nnamdi Kanu will not be the one that will actualize the Biafran dream, but he will go for, and Biafra will be actualized. I remember in our feed, if you check old video, you will see the video there. He actually did make that prophecy, but what he didn't tell us was that if Nnamdi Kanu would die, what he only said was Nnamdi Kanu would take the struggle very far, that the government should dialogue with Biafrans, the agitators, then before it to go to the level of carrying arms, that the Lord showed him that at the time will come, they will eventually carry arms when they are pushed to the wall, to the extreme. And when they do, it will not be funny that while the government will be fighting Boko Haram in the north, then they'll be contending with IPOB in the south. It's almost happening. In fact, it's already happening. But there was the last version that has not yet happened. He said Biafra will actualize, but Nnamdi Kanu will not be the one at the helms of affair. But he never mentioned if Nnamdi Kanu will be out of the system or will exit the earth entirely. But this one now is coming in a different dimension, saying Nnamdi Kanu will eventually not see the day. But what I do know is that Nnamdi Kanu has always been saying it in all his social media pages. He said he has cost him his parents' life. Whatever it will cost him to actualize Biafra, he's ready for it. So sometimes some of these burden carriers and vision carriers, they know the burden on their shoulders, and the day they make up their mind that they are ready to carry that vision, that's the day they sign whatever they have signed for. We do not know how true this is. Like we have always been hearing, some prophecies do come to pass, most of them don't. Sometimes it's a case of political analogies, some is political prediction. But one we will know if it is prediction or prophecy is when eventually it comes to pass. But I can still give it to Pastor Iginla. The first three out of the first four, the four prophecies he made concerning Biafra, two has happened already. We're still waiting for the remaining two to happen, if it will happen. But as it is now, it is now left for Biafran agitators to pray. The truth is, there's nothing that cannot be changed in the surface of the earth without prayers. Go to God in prayers, pray. There's nothing that cannot be achieved in prayers. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's go to that conversation. I wouldn't say let's argue. There's no need to argue. Pray. Anything can be corrected in the realm of the spirit if we want it to be corrected. Just the oneness of heart. Let's go to that conversation. What to take.